Good day, everyone. Welcome to the second presentation on the architecture of PAMI. So, any algorithm in PAMI accepts a database and the algorithmic specific parameters as an input, okay, and it extracts patterns. The output, that is, the generated patterns, can be taken as a list or can be stored in a file, or you can take the patterns back in a data frame. So we have the following. And sometimes the users have a data frame. The users wants to input a big data frame as an input to an algorithm. In this case, we have some additional small sub packages in PAMI called data frame to DB. So we have a sub library or sub package in PAMI by which the users can directly input a data frame to our algorithm in order to extract patterns. Now, when we talk about using the algorithms in PAMI, that is the deployment of PAMI, we have basically two types. The first method is using the PAMI algorithms in any Python program. Okay. The next one is, as shown in this figure, the next one is running the algorithms in PAMI at the command line interface. So if the user does not know how to use PAMI in their programs, they can simply run the Python programs of PAMI on the terminal as shown in the method 2. The key advantage of this method 2 is for the pattern mining researchers who want to evaluate their algorithm. Assume if some other researcher want to evaluate their algorithm against the established algorithms in the literature, then command line is the best interface because the memory and runtime will be much lower than using in any other Python program. Now, when we look at the organization of PAMI, we have to tell you that the PAMI follows hierarchical structure. So the first level is PAMI. The next level is the theoretical pattern mining model. Below that model, we have the class of patterns that are going to be generated. For example, basic model of frequent pattern, followed by closed, maximal, and top K, and similar others. So at the final level, we will have the algorithms. So the format is very simple: PAMI dot pattern model, followed by type of pattern, followed by the algorithms that are designed to find those patterns. So this is the typical structure. So if you go to PAMI, okay, you can see that there is a mathematical model called frequent pattern. For this mathematical model, we have several submodels, such as basic model, which tries to find all frequent patterns in the data. Next one is closed, which tries to discover all closed patterns, followed by maximal patterns. So in this way, we have the hierarchical structure of PAMI. So all pattern mining algorithms are classified in this hierarchical structure. And if anyone wants to develop an algorithm or contribute to PAMI, they have to follow the rules defined in abstract base classes. So every mathematical model of a pattern will have an abstract class. Okay, so the abstract base class ABC in Python is used to achieve common interface between various algorithms. When we designed the old PAMI, we did not use this one. This is the novelty in the new one, so that we can achieve common interface. Please note that every pattern model must contain an abstract base class. Next, all algorithms in PAMI model must extend this corresponding base class. So let us look at the demonstration of what we are trying to say. Okay. So I am trying to show you the PAMI library in PyCharm IDE. So throughout my tutorial, I will be using PyCharm for explaining how we can use PAMI to discover knowledge from the data. However, users are free to choose their own IDE, or Jupyter is also fine. Our PAMI works in any kind of environment. So if you look here, so this is the PAMI environment. So you can see this is the hierarchical structure. So if you see here data processing, so here we have written the programs to convert a dense data frame into a different types of databases. So this topic we will be covering in the next chapters. So if we look at the hierarchical structure of PAMI, you can see that PAMI was divided into hierarchical. So this is the pattern mathematical model. In this, we have the basic, that is find all frequent patterns in the data. Next is closed. Next is maximal. Similarly, if you choose any other, we will have this kind of package, hierarchical structure. Now, let us go back. So you can observe that in every package, there is an abstract base class. So this abstract base class is crucial to achieve common interface. Any pattern mining algorithm in that sub package will inherit the abstract base class. So this is crucial so that we can have a common interface. Otherwise, people will come up with their own with their own variables and all. We don't want to do this. One more advantage is if you are using PyCharm or any IDE, you can find the material on the source code description simply by hovering over the corresponding text. So this is another advantage in PyCharm. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation. If you have any inquiries, please send an email to us at pami.report@gmail.com. Thank you.